Do not make a 5-gallon bucket of homemade laundry soap yet. I know that sounds strange because most people will hand you the recipe first. They will tell you to grate the soap, fill the bucket, stir it up, and by morning you have enough laundry soap to last for months. And yes, that can work. But in a plain home, the old way is not to make the biggest batch first. The old way is to test small, learn what your water does, learn what your washer does, and only then make enough to last. Because a cheap recipe done wrong is not savings. It is just a new kind of waste. That is what I want to show you today. A homemade laundry soap method can cut your laundry costs down to pennies a load. It can help you stop buying so many heavy plastic jugs. It can be plain, unscented, simple, and useful for ordinary washing. But it is not magic. It is not right for every washer. It is not right for every fabric. And if you have very hard water, sensitive skin, or a high-efficiency machine, there are a few things you need to know before you put 5 gallons of it beside your washer. So today I am going to show you the safer way. First, the small test jar. Then the full bucket. Then the mistakes that make homemade laundry soap fail. And near the end, I will give you a simple checklist so you know whether this is something your home should use, something your home should change, or something your home should skip. Now let us start with the truth. Laundry is not made clean by perfume. A strong smell can make clothes seem clean, but scent is not the same as dirt being gone. Clean clothes should not smell sour, greasy, musty, or sweaty. But it also does not need to smell like a flower garden or a mountain storm to be clean. That is where many households spend more money than they need to. They buy the big jug because it smells strong, looks rich, and promises a certain kind of freshness. But the real work of laundry is simpler than the advertising makes it sound. You need something that loosens oil and dirt. You need water that can carry that dirt away. And you need the washer to rinse everything out. That is the whole job. The homemade method uses 3 plain ingredients: a bar of laundry soap, washing soda, borax, and sometimes, depending on your water and your machine, a careful rinse adjustment. But before we go any further, I want to say this clearly. This is homemade laundry soap. It is not the same as modern store-bought laundry detergent. Modern detergents can have special ingredients for cold water, enzymes for stains, and formulas made for high-efficiency machines. That does not mean you must always buy them. It means we should be honest about what each tool does. A shovel is not a plow. A plow is not a broom. And homemade laundry soap is not a perfect replacement for every detergent in every home. But for everyday wash, work shirts, towels, socks, sheets, and ordinary cotton clothes, many households can make it work very well if they use it correctly. Now here is the part most people skip. Before making the big bucket, make a small jar. For the test jar you need 1 tablespoon of finely grated plain laundry soap, 1 tablespoon of washing soda, 1 tablespoon of borax, and 2 cups of hot water, that is all. Use a grater that is only for soap, not for food. Put the grated soap into a heat-safe jar or bowl. Add the hot water slowly and stir until the soap softens and dissolves as much as it can. Then stir in the washing soda and borax until the mixture looks even. Let it cool. It may become a little thick. It may stay cloudy. It may separate a little, that is normal. This little jar is not meant to last. It is only a test. Now take 1 load you are not worried about. Old towels are best, not your best towels. Not delicate clothes, not wool, not silk, not baby clothes, not anything with a special care label. Just old towels, cleaning cloths, socks, or work clothes. Use a small amount of the test mixture. For a regular top-load washer, try 2 tablespoons. For a high-efficiency washer, only try this if your manual allows it, and start with 1 tablespoon or less. Wash the load, then pay attention. Do the towels rinse clean? Do they feel normal when dry? Do they smell plain, not sour? Do they feel stiff, coated, slippery, or waxy? Does the washer show a suds warning? Does the machine seem to rinse longer than usual? This is the test. Not whether the mixture looks pretty in the jar, not whether it smells strong. The test is what the cloth feels like after it is washed, rinsed, and fully dry. If the towels come out clean and normal, you may be ready for the full bucket. If they come out stiff, dull, or coated, do not make the bucket yet. That means one of three things may be happening. You use too much, your water is too hard, or your washer does not rinse this kind of soap well enough. That does not mean you failed. It means the test did its job. A small mistake in a jar costs almost nothing. A small mistake in a 5-gallon bucket sits in your laundry room for months. That is why we test first. Now let me explain the ingredients in plain language. The bar soap is the part that grabs dirt and oil. Washing soda helps raise the cleaning power of the water. It is stronger than baking soda, and you should not confuse the two. Baking soda is milder. Washing soda is the one used for this kind of laundry mix. Borax helps the wash water work better, especially when water has minerals in it. But all three must be treated like cleaning supplies. Wear gloves if your hands are sensitive. Do not breathe in the powder. Do not rub your eyes. Do not leave the boxes open. Do not store the finished bucket where a child or animal can get into it. Put a clear label on it that says laundry soap. The plain way is careful, not careless. Now, if your test load passed, here is the full bucket method. You will need 1 bar of plain laundry soap, 1 cup of washing soda, 1 cup of borax, hot water, a 5-gallon bucket with a tight lid, a long spoon or paint stir stick, and a saucepan used for soap work. First, grate the bar of soap as fine as you can. Smaller flakes melt faster and mix better. Put about 4 cups of water into the saucepan and warm it on low heat. Add the grated soap slowly. Stir gently, do not boil it. If you boil it hard, it may foam up and make a mess. You only want the soap to melt into the hot water. While that is warming, fill your 5-gallon bucket about halfway with hot tap water. Add 1 cup of washing soda. Add 1 cup of borax. Stir until the powders are mostly dissolved. Then pour in the melted soap water. Stir again. Now add more water until the bucket is nearly full, but leave a few inches at the top so you can stir it later without spilling. Put the lid on. Let it sit overnight. By the next day, it may become a loose gel. Sometimes it looks like pudding. Sometimes it separates into watery and thicker parts. That is normal for homemade soap. Before each use, stir it. Do not expect it to look like store detergent. It is not trying to look expensive. It is trying to clean clothes. Now let us talk about how much to use. This is where many people ruin homemade laundry soap. They use too much. They think if a little cleans, more must clean better. But laundry does not work that way. Too much soap can leave residue in clothes. Too much soap can make towels stiff. Too much soap can build up inside a washer. And too much product in a high-efficiency machine can cause problems because those machines use less water. So start small. For a regular top-load washer, start with 1/4 cup. For a smaller load, use less. For a heavy, dirty load, you can test a little more, but do not jump straight to 1/2 cup. For an HE washer, check your manual first. If your washer says to use only HE detergent, do not ignore that. If you still choose to test homemade soap, start with a very small amount, such as 1 tablespoon, and watch the machine carefully. If the washer shows a suds warning, runs extra rinse cycles, leaves clothes too wet, leaks, smells musty, or leaves residue, stop using the homemade soap in that machine. Saving a few dollars on laundry is not worth a washer repair. Now let us talk about hard water. Hard water is one of the biggest reasons homemade laundry soap works in one home and fails in another. If your water has a lot of minerals, soap can combine with those minerals and leave a dull feeling on cloth. Towels may feel rough. Dark clothes may look faded. Whites may not look as fresh. The washer may start to smell if residue builds up. The borax helps, but it does not solve every hard water problem. This is why the test load matters. If the test towels come out stiff, do not just add more homemade soap. That usually makes the problem worse. Try using less. Try an extra rinse. Try washing in warmer water if the fabric allows it. And if your water is very hard, you may decide this recipe is only for certain loads, not every load. That is not failure. That is wisdom. A plain household does not force one tool to do every job. Now we need to talk about vinegar, because many homemade laundry recipes tell you to add white vinegar in the rinse. Vinegar can help some people with odor or residue because it is acidic. But I would not tell you to pour vinegar into every rinse forever without checking your washer manual. Some washer makers warn that vinegar may not be good for machine parts if used too often. Also, do not pour vinegar directly into the wash at the same time as your soap or detergent, because acid and alkaline cleaners can fight each other and make the cleaning weaker. If you use vinegar, use it cautiously. Use it in the rinse, not the main wash. Use a small amount. Do not mix it with bleach. Do not use it every single time unless you are confident your washer manual allows it. And if your machine has rubber seals, hoses, or a special fabric softener dispenser, be careful. An occasional vinegar rinse may help some households, but it should not be sold as a magic secret that fixes every water problem. Here is the safer, plain living rule. Start with the least risky fix first. Use less soap. Use an extra rinse. Do not overload the washer. Clean the washer regularly. Then, if needed, test a small vinegar rinse on towels and see if it helps. Now let us talk about stains. Homemade laundry soap is good for everyday dirt. Sweat, dust, light food marks, body oil, work clothes, sheets, towels, regular household wash. But it is not the best tool for every stain. If you have blood, grass, deep grease, makeup, baby mess, cooking oil, or old set-in stains, you may need to treat the stain before washing. That can mean rubbing a little soap directly on the stain, soaking the item, or using a proper stain remover that is made for that type of stain. Do not judge homemade laundry soap by one terrible stain that needed special treatment anyway. Even store detergents often need help with bad stains. The right way is this. Treat the stain first, then wash, then check before drying. Never put a stained item into a hot dryer until you know the stain is gone, because heat can set the stain deeper into the fabric. Now, what about sensitive skin? This is where I want to be careful. A plain, unscented laundry soap may help some people who react badly to strong fragrances or dyes. That is one reason many households like this method. But homemade does not automatically mean safe for every skin. Borax, washing soda, and soap can irritate some people. Residue can irritate skin. Too much product can irritate skin. And babies or people with eczema may need products chosen with medical advice. So if sensitive skin is the reason you are trying this, do not make 5 gallons and wash everyone's clothes immediately. Test one load. Rinse well. Use no added fragrance oil. Watch for irritation. And if someone in your home has eczema, allergies, or ongoing rashes, be cautious and speak with a healthcare professional if needed. It is better to be honest than dramatic. Now here are the 7 mistakes that ruin this recipe. Mistake number 1. Skipping the test jar. The test jar tells you what your water and washer will do. Without it, you are guessing. Mistake number 2. Using baking soda instead of washing soda. They are not the same. Washing soda is the stronger laundry booster for this recipe. Mistake number 3. Adding too much soap. More soap does not mean cleaner clothes. It often means residue. Mistake number 4. Adding fragrance oils. If you want plain laundry, keep it plain. Oils can cling to fabric and may bother sensitive skin. Mistake number 5. Using it on every fabric. Avoid wool, silk, delicate fabric, waterproof items, flame-resistant clothing, special athletic fabric, and anything with a care label that says gentle detergent only. Mistake number 6. Using vinegar carelessly. Do not mix vinegar with bleach. Do not add it to the wash at the same time as the soap. Do not assume every washer wants vinegar all the time. Mistake number 7. Ignoring the washer. If your washer smells, leaves residue, gives errors, or does not rinse well, the answer may not be more soap. The answer may be cleaning the machine, reducing the dose, using an extra rinse, or going back to an HE detergent for that machine. Now let me give you a troubleshooting guide. If your clothes smell sour after washing, clean the washer and use less soap. Sour smell often means moisture, buildup, or poor rinsing. If towels feel stiff, reduce the dose and add an extra rinse. If dark clothes look dull, you may have residue or hard water. Use less soap and test on towels again. If whites do not brighten, remember that this homemade soap does not contain the same brighteners or enzymes as many store detergents. If grease stains remain, spot treat before washing. If the bucket separates, stir it. Separation is normal. If the gel is too thick, stir in warm water until it becomes scoopable. If the gel is too thin, do not panic. Thin soap can still wash. The thickness is not the cleaning power. If your washer shows suds or takes too long, stop using it in that machine or reduce the amount sharply. And if the method keeps giving poor results after 2 or 3 careful tests, do not force it. There is no shame in using a store detergent when that is the better tool. Plain living is not pretending the old way is always best. Plain living is using what works, wasting less, and telling the truth. Now, who is this recipe best for? It is best for ordinary cotton laundry, towels, sheets, work clothes, socks, cleaning rags, everyday household loads. It is best for people who want less fragrance, less plastic, and lower laundry cost. It is best for people with regular top-load washers, softer water, or machines that rinse well. It may not be best for very hard water, delicate laundry, heavy stain loads, or HE machines with strict detergent requirements. That is the honest answer. Now here is the final checklist before making the big bucket. Number 1. Make the test jar first. Number 2. Wash old towels, not your best clothes. Number 3. Let the towels dry fully before judging. Number 4. If they feel normal, make the full bucket. Number 5. Start with a small dose. Number 6. Check your washer manual. Number 7. Do not use it on delicate or specialty fabrics. Number 8. Store the bucket labeled, sealed, and away from children and pets. Number 9. Do not mix vinegar with bleach. Number 10. If residue appears, use less soap before using more. That checklist will save more clothes than the recipe itself. Now, let us bring the recipe back one more time in simple form. For the full bucket, grate 1 bar of plain laundry soap. Melt it gently in 4 cups of hot water. Fill a 5-gallon bucket halfway with hot water. Stir in 1 cup washing soda. Stir in 1 cup borax. Add the melted soap. Top off with water. Cover overnight. Stir before using. Start with 1/4 cup in a regular washer. Use far less in an HE washer and only after checking your manual. That is the method, not fancy, not perfect, not for every situation, but useful when done correctly. And useful is worth more than fancy. So before you buy another expensive jug, do not rush to make 5 gallons. Make the jar. Wash the towels. Feel the cloth. Check the washer. Then decide. That one small test is the difference between old-fashioned wisdom and internet foolishness. If you have tried homemade laundry soap before, tell me in the comments what happened. Did it work? Did it leave residue? Do you have hard water, soft water, well water, or city water? Those details help other people more than you know. And if you have an old household laundry method from your family, share it below. The old ways are best kept alive when people explain not just what they did, but how they did it safely. In the next video, I will show you the plain method for removing sour towel smell without pouring in more detergent. Because many people think dirty towels need more soap, when the real problem is buildup inside the towel and the machine. Until then, test small, waste less, and remember, before you buy the expensive solution, learn the simple cause first.